Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Courtney if you're new, and today I'm going to show you how I make my delicious eggplant casserole. It's super easy to make. Let's get started. All right, to get started, we're going to use our cast iron skillet. I have mine hot and ready with a little bit of avocado oil. I'm using some ground beef, but you could also use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground pork, or even ground sausage. I'm using some granulated garlic, granulated onion, kosher salt, black pepper, basil, as well as some oregano and parsley. You could use your preferred seasonings. These are mine. I'm going to use my potato masher to make sure that the ground beef is making contact with the pan, so I just mash it down and then let it brown. Once it starts browning, I'm going to mash it again so we can get nice crumbles. As you can see, it's bite-sized pieces, and then once it's those crumbles, I'll just switch over to a spoon. Then we're going to wash our eggplant and cut it into thin slices. You could do thicker slices if you want, but you want to make sure that they're cooked when you do it. I feel like it tastes much better thin, so that's my preference, but it really depends on what you prefer. If you want that thick chunk of eggplant in there, go right ahead. Now, if you wanted, you could even cube this up. That is another option. I'm using 2 whole eggplants, but you could actually cut this recipe in half. I doubled it because my family devoured it when I made it with 1 eggplant. So this time we used 2 pounds of ground beef and 2 eggplants. So it's 1-to-1, so that is super simple and easy to remember. And again, the seasonings are just what you prefer, but I like to use my mixture of seasonings. If you want my full recipe, I'm actually going to leave it linked in the description below. It's on my website, CourtneySweets.com, and all of my recipes are there, a lot more than I even have on YouTube. So I'm just going to continue slicing this until it is all sliced and ready. And then you could even add zucchini to this if you want, or even sliced tomatoes. It is just really fun to play around with. So what I'm going to do now is I have this nice large cutting board. I'm going to lay out all of my eggplant slices, and then I'm going to sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. I don't go crazy about making sure that every piece is covered. I just stack them, and then I figure the bottom is going to get that salt when I do it this way, and then I sprinkle it again. And then at the end, when I rotate them, I'll put those slices on the bottom onto the top that has the salt. So every side is getting salt, and this is just to take that bitterness away from the eggplant. I do rinse it off because I don't want too much salt in my dish, and that is personal preference too. I highly recommend rinsing off that salt though. Our meat is nice and browned. I did get some on my stove, but don't worry, I like clean my stove regularly. I'm using my favorite marinara sauce, which is some Rayo sauce, but you could use homemade. I just didn't have any on hand. And then I'm using a half a can, is about like 15 ounces. I used a 28-ounce can of just tomato sauce. And then I did season that sauce to taste. I like to add a little bit to it, but don't forget we did add some seasonings to our ground beef. Now in the same pan that I used for my beef, I'm going to put my eggplant in there. And when I rinse it off, it has a lot of moisture, so it's going to kind of steam in that pan. On the other side, I'm going to layer my eggplant in my casserole dish, and then I'm going to put a layer of meat sauce. So we started with the meat sauce, added the eggplant that we cooked on both sides, and then add a layer of meat sauce, almost like a lasagna, but this is just eggplant. You could call it a lasagna, but there's no cheese or anything except for on the top. And then I use every bit of sauce, and I did end up using a bigger pan because it just wasn't big enough. We're using some cheese on top. You can easily make this dairy-free by using dairy-free cheeses. I highly recommend Follow Your Heart. That is our go-to for dairy-free. And what I also love about this recipe, it is also gluten-free. So if you want to keep things gluten-free and dairy-free, this is a great way to do it. Now I'm going to cover it with an aluminum foil and put it into a 350-degree Fahrenheit preheated oven. I'm going to bake it for 35 minutes covered, and then remove that tin foil and cook it for an additional 10 minutes. This is to let that cheese brown and get nice and melty. Then once it's fresh out of the oven, I let it cool for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It will be piping hot. As you can see, there is tons of steam coming off of this, and I did let it cool for 15 minutes. So just be careful because it can be pretty hot. It is so good though, and so worth the wait. Here it is. I cannot wait to dig in. and it looks so good. Let's take our first bite. I absolutely love this recipe. It's so easy to put together, and you could bread it if you'd like. I just don't like to have the extra breading. Plus, it's gluten-free that way. So we're gonna get some of this eggplant, get some of the meat. Oh, so good. Ready? So delicious. You can also add some zucchini in here, but every bite is perfection. If you don't like the skin of the eggplant, you can peel it, but I like getting all the nutrients we can. I actually made it one night and my whole family loved it. My kids devoured eggplant, which was amazing. My husband also devoured it, and again, you don't have to bread it, you don't have to fry it. I love that it's a lot lighter, it's not fried. Again, you could make it with fried eggplant if you want. You could just make it, bread it, and then put it in just the way we did, but breading. But I really like it without the breading. I feel like it's a lot lighter. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I want to thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.